Part 1 today, conference tourney betting strategies. It's perfect for the hardcore college basketball fan. All the attention goes to the big dance next week. But here, Teddy, you're talking all these schools, all these conferences, and once we get into Thursday, well, just by 9 in the morning Pacific time, you got like 9, 10, 11 games at tip-off.
Yeah, it's incredible. I mean, again, the big dance that's going to get the headlines, going to get the media attention, but it makes sense why that happens. College basketball is way too big for the average fan. I mean, there's more than 350 teams, 30-something conferences. The non-hardcore hoops aficionados can't handle it. And then, of course, there's a bracket factor when it comes to the big dance. Everyone's got the brackets. The entire country fills out brackets. They're easy to fill out. The seeding makes sense to Joe Public. And after the first round, most of the quote-unquote obscure teams are gone. You know, and the Cinderella teams that stick around, now they become public darlings. Everyone loves those squads. You know, it's something that casual fans can understand and follow. Well, you know what? Forget fans. Okay, this isn't about fans when it comes to conference tourney week. This is about bettors, obviously. And the conference tournaments are as good for bettors as it gets because there are so many good situations. Dozens of little dances, you know, literally. And it's a sports bettor's dream. So many reasons why, Paulie. Let's just roll with it.
All right, more games. Serious bettors always want more betting options, not fewer ones.
Well, yeah. I mean, the big dance, start to finish, since the expansion is what now, 69 games? You know, or no, 67 games. There's 68 teams, and 68 teams get in, and 67 of them are going to lose. There are 67 games in the big dance. You know what? We'll have 67 games on Wednesdays. And once the opening weekend is done, and you got that little break before the Sweet 16, there's only 15 NCAA tournament games that still remain. You know, you always want more betting options, not fewer. So what do you have? The ACC and the Big Ten and the Big 12 and the Big East and CUSA and the Pac-12 and Mountain West and MAC and the Big East and the Atlantic 10 and the American and the SEC, the Big 12, the Southland, the MEAC, the Patriot League, the SWAC, the Sun Belt, the Big Sky and the Big West. More games to bet on, more chances for good betting opportunities. It's just that simple. And we've got more games this week than next, by far.
All right, number 2. There's some coaches who don't care.
Yeah, and this is a theme that we've talked about a number of times on the show. We're going to continue to talk about it. You know, the old Roy Williams and his tea time dealio in the ACC tournament. That's a running joke. You know, his quote back in the day, Roy Williams. It is what it is. I said it's for money. I said it's the biggest cocktail party. It's still a party. I don't care what anybody says. It's a party to make money. I loved it as a fan. I don't love it as much as a coach. With the attention the other tournament gets and the emphasis we try to put on it. So, you know, it's Roy Williams not the only fade coach as chalk. He's certainly one of the more famous ones. Look around for opportunities. You're going to see them over the course of the next week with top seeds who aren't into the concept of trying to win 3 games in 3, 4 games in 4, 5 games in 5, because it's going to tax too much out of their team before the big dance even starts.
And weaker lines. You rarely see weak lines in the NCAA tournament. The odds makers have plenty of time to post their numbers, and everyone's expected to bring their A game.
Well, that's the whole thing. I mean, you're not going to see bad numbers. The numbers for the NCAA tournament are right where they are supposed to be. Legitimately so. I mean, we've had a season's worth of data. Every team's going to bring their A game, and there's no nonsense when it comes to those numbers. However, when it comes to the little dances this week, none of that rings true. Okay? There are all kinds of matchups that are going to fall through the cracks. The odds makers have very limited time to go through the box scores from the previous day's games. And unlike the Thursday, Saturday, Friday, Sunday big dance schedule, conference tournaments, you know, tourneys, it's boom, boom, boom. You're tipping off 24-hour cycles. So everything is rushed, and that means you're going to find weaker numbers to bet into. And there's going to be a good handful of teams that do not bring their A games to the conference tournament. It's not a situation like the big dance where everybody's going to bring their A games. Plus, you know, some of the teams that have been bet against for weeks, even if their power numbers still haven't bottomed out, you know what? They step up for these contests. So you're going to find oftentimes in conference tournaments team play to a different level compared to where their full season power ratings are. And that doesn't happen as often in the NCAA tournament officially starting next week.
In these bigger tournaments, how often do we see dead teams? You see all the upsets in the small conferences the last couple days. Maybe that's something where the second half wagering and live wagering, where it looks like, okay, we gave it our best shot for the first 10 minutes. We're not going anywhere. We're getting beat now. We just throw in the towel. That
makes a ton of sense, Paulie. Really, when you have a team and they've shot their wad, pardon my expression, and you see it coming, you know, they hit a bunch of threes in the first, and the chalk makes their run. A lot of times those teams are done, and easy fades when it comes to in-game or second-half wagering.
All right, part 2 tomorrow. A lot of fun there. Money time, play of the day. Back to conference tourneys. Kentucky to win the SEC tournament. As every team loses, their fans will sell their tickets to Kentucky fans. The crowd gets bigger and bigger, and more Kentucky fans take over. And it'll be, again, they travel great to begin with, and it'll just be more as long as they advance and win. And we expect them to do that. And Coach Cal will go for it because many of his players only get one chance, Teddy.
Yeah, and that's the truth of it with Kentucky. Kentucky wants this tournament this week, and the competition in the SEC, I don't think is good enough to beat them. Kentucky, minus 110. You have to lay 11 to win 10 on the Wildcats to win the tournament. I say they get it done in the SEC.
Hey guys, for the full video, go to sbrpicks.com.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to our channel. Now, we've put a lot of work into producing all these free videos, so please help us out and keep all our content free for you forever by simply liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Now, not to mention, a visit to our industry-leading website will warm the hearts of all our SBR employees, especially myself. Now, the links are over there to the left, so do check those out. Thanks for watching.